girl from the year 3000, but she's been trapped in 1990. How will it fare? Find out at 5:10 before The Girl from Tomorrow is News Round, and before News Round is the final of Eyespy.
Hello and welcome again to the Eyespy Spymaster Centre, where the last mission in this series of Eyespy is underway. Hollywood, the glitter and the glamour have gone. Fear stalks the film sets. They need our help. Our two top-scoring teams from this series are back. They're ready for one last assignment, and here they are. From Fairfax School, Sutton Coldfield, there's Samantha Jackson, age 12, who likes swimming and acting. Graham Jones, age 12, he plays guitar and likes scouts. From Selwood Middle School, Frome, Somerset, there's Cassie Sonnet, aged 11, she likes horse riding and drawing. And Russell Chant, aged 11, he likes football and cricket. And the Facts Finders team are Graham and Samantha, and Cassie and Russell are the Selwood Sleuths. Well, teams, you were pretty hot stuff last time you were here. You're going to repeat your winning form? Facts Finders?
Yeah.
Yes? Sleuths?
Yeah.
Yes? Good. Let's welcome the two teams. Now, here's the setup. We've been called in by the top film directors in Hollywood to foil a fiendish plot. Famous movie stars have been kidnapped and held for ransom by some evil mastermind. We've sent over one of our best agents to the movie capital of the world to see what he can discover, and he's sent back his first coded message. So, teams, here we go. Here are the clues. You remember there's 5 points for every correct answer. If you get it wrong, the other team has a chance to have their go. What was the title of the Tom Hanks movie in which he played a child? Selwood Sleuths.
Big.
Good. And there it is. Big. 5 points. People who work in the army are known as what? Facts Finders.
Soldiers.
Yes. 5 points. Soldiers. In the cinema, the picture is shown on the what? Facts Finders.
Screen.
Yes. Someone thought guilty of a crime is a what? Facts Finders?
Prisoner. Suspect.
Yes, suspect. One little word completes the film title Nuns... ... Go on then, Sleuths.
Run.
No, you should have waited till I finish. It's Nuns... Right, go on, Facts Finders.
On.
Well done. Yeah, you guessed right. Yes, it's on. 5 points. What sort of candle is a firework? Facts Finders.
Roman.
Yes. Right, so, very quick there, you've got all the answers. Now, second part of this mission, rearrange those words. Selwood Sleuth think they know already. And they're going for their extra 5 points. Suspect. Roman soldiers on big screen. And he's dead right. He's got it at once. Well done. So, 5 points to the Sleuths. Well done, Russell. That's the end of this mission, and the scores are Sleuths 15 and Facts Finders 20. So, Roman soldiers on the big screen, what on earth's all that about? We've got to find out, and the best way to start is by checking the list of films currently in production. But before we move on and do that, the words that have to go up onto the Eyespy data matrix screen to be used later in Mission 5 are big screen and soldiers. Right. Teams, follow me to the bowels of the Spy Centre, to the communications room. Let's go. All right. Now, here's the list of films that should help us. And there's one here called The Gladiators. That's full of Roman soldiers. Our villains must have disguised themselves as extras in this film. Trouble is, our agent tells us that there are 500 extras playing Roman soldiers. So, our problem is, how are we going to tell which ones are the villains? Our agent thinks he knows a way, and he's already sent us this coded message here in the form of film titles. There they are. But teams, you can't decode that until I show you this video, which you watch very carefully indeed, and then I'll ask questions on it. Right, now, questions. First team on the buzzer with the right answer gets 5 points, and one of the letters of the message will be revealed under each of these film titles. But the film that deciphers the whole message, cracks the code as well, gets a bonus of 10 points. Now, questions on that video. What was written on Jennifer Saunders' cap? Facts Finders.
Jane Asher.
Not an X.
Bad.
Yes, well done. There's your first letter. On the phone, who did she say she was representing? Facts finders.
Julia Clark.
No, she didn't. No. Sleuths, do you know? No, it's Elaine Page. So no points there, but I'll uncover a letter. What was the film she wanted news of? Sleuths.
Potato movie.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the potato movie. We'll do this one here. How many phones were on her desk? Facts finders.
3.
Weren't 3. Sleuths.
1.
There were 1. There was 1, yes. All right, another one. How many filing cabinets were there?
2.
Yep, that's right. Where did Dawn French say she'd been? Sleuths.
Talent hunting.
Good. All right, you're thinking about this code as we go along here. Another question. Which 2 artistes had they lost that morning? Sleuths.
Jeremy Beadle and Jane Asher.
No. Facts finders.
Jeremy Beadle and Julia Clark.
No. It's Jeremy Beadle and Judi Dench. So it's another one I'll uncover. What had they been down to appear in? Sleuths.
Quiz show on Sky TV.
Yes. Well, we've got lots and lots of letters uncovered here now. What was on the mantelpiece? Facts finders.
Pictures of all the stars.
No, it wasn't. No, it was a clock. So I'll take another coded film title off. What did Jane Seymour refuse to do? Facts finders.
Work in the new stage production.
No, she didn't do that. Sleuths? Can't remember. She refused to age up, apparently. Jane Seymour. What did Jennifer Saunders have round her neck? Sleuths?
Oh, one of those old glasses.
She did. Right, there's a whole word. An entire word revealed there.
Does it beware real spies?
Beware real... How's the code working?
Every third letter, it's the first one. Of each word, it's taken from that letter.
Yes, Graham, it's the number at the end here. You take the number of that letter in the word.
Yeah.
All right, yes. Right, well, let's have a little look, see what it is. Beware real spears. Well, I think we all know what it is by now, Cassie. Yeah, so Facts Finders will give you 5 points for that. And that's the end of this mission. And the scores at the end of this mission are Facts Finders 30 and Selwood Sleuths 45. Right. So that's what our agent is trying to tell us. The evil extras, the ones that we're after, have got real spears. So this is getting dangerous. Before we move on to the next mission, we put the word spears up onto the Eyespy data matrix screen to be used later on in mission 5. Right, let's go teams to mission 3. The villains have struck again. A group of them have kidnapped the female star of the film and rushed her off to another studio where the latest Indiana Jones movie's in production. We must help her to escape. So first, disguises teams, disguise yourselves as famous movie stars. First team into the disguises gets 10 points. On your marks, go! And you remember, both shout when you're both ready. Shirt fronts on, quick, 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 getting behind here. That's it. Oh, it's not on properly. Yes. Keep going. Keep going. Don't forget you're on the moustache. Get the moustache on. Both through. Yes, you won. So, 10 points there, and we'll look at the scoreboard. And the Selwood Sleuths have 45, and the Facts Finders 40. Right. Indiana Jones's and Charlie Chaplin's. Your next task is to spool up all this film here into the separate cans. It's all been left on the set of the Indiana Jones movie, and it may contain shots of the kidnappers. So, the first team to put each piece of film into a separate can gets another 10 points. On your marks, go! Right. give a loud shout, otherwise I won't hear you. When you're finished, give a loud shout, otherwise I won't hear you. Whoa. You don't want bits hanging out. It's got to be all inside. You don't want bits hanging out. Yeah, you're doing very well. They've got all theirs inside. They haven't got things hanging out. That's it. You're doing really well. You're doing really well. Whoa, you're getting behind. Whoa. Bad luck. Well done, Fairfaxes. That's 10 points for you again. This is the end of this mission for you. So, teams, you get changed ready for your next mission, and we'll look at the scoreboard. The sleuths are 45 and the fact finders are back in the lead with 50. The latest news is that our agent's offering himself as bait to these desperate criminals. He's masquerading as the star of the latest James Bond movie. If he gets kidnapped, then it's the end of him. But it's the only way to get close to these evasive evildoers. Before we move on to the next mission, the word escape goes up onto the Eyespy data matrix screen. Teams, follow me through now to mission 4. Let's go. Now, we pause in our mission to test quite a different spying skill, your powers of detection, of being able to know who is the imposter and who is the real person. And in the Spy Center today, we have 3 unidentified people, 3 visitors who've come along to try and deceive you teams. There's Visitor A, Visitor B, and Visitor C. And one of our 3 visitors has performed a feat of great originality and daring. They've juggled non-stop on a train hurtling north from London to Edinburgh and eventually returning over a distance of more than 1,000 miles, raising £1,000 for Oxfam as they went. And they've also taken their juggling skills to Japan, juggling up at the top of Mount Fuji, Japan's tallest mountain. So there's a thing for you, teams. Now, how are you going to tell who this juggler is? You've got your questions ready, and we'll start with Samantha in the Facts Finders. Who are you going to ask, Samantha?
A, please.
Yeah?
What was the worst part of your journey?
The bit where the train kept turning the bend and you kind of lost your balance, and also like my arms were really hurting after I was juggling for 3 hours. We kept swapping, 3 hours me, then 3 hours the next person. But I would say when my arms were really hurting.
Right, first question now from the sleuths. Cassie?
This is to B. How did you juggle around the bend?
Juggling around the bend is just like juggling on the straight line. The train really doesn't move very fast when it goes around the corners, so you can just keep juggling with no problems.
I like this idea of juggling yourself around the bend. Right, Facts Finders. Graham, who are you going to ask?
I'll ask C. How could you see where you were going when walking up a mountain and juggling at the same time?
Well, most of it was flat straight, so I mean you could juggle with looking down as well. You can keep your eyes on the ground so there's no rocks about. But it's when it comes to the climbing, you just had to stop. But most of it was done at the top of the mountain.
And last question of all, Russell.
I'd like to ask C, please.
Yeah.
What did you juggle with on the train?
Just balls mainly, because they're the easiest juggling on a train.
Good. Right, you've all asked a question. Now make up your minds. Write it down on the card. And you decide at home who you think it is. Sleuths, who do you think it is?
We think it's C.
C? Facts Finders?
C.
C? Well, no, it's not C. You don't get the points for that. It's the man in the middle, Alan Kempthorne Lee Edwards.
Well,
hello,
right.
Alan.
Hello, Julian.
So, how long have you been doing this juggling so you can juggle up mountains and
I've been
trains
juggling
and-
for about 4 years now.
4 years.
That's
So
it,
when you
yeah.
started, you had to do massive practice, I guess.
Yeah, I had to practice a lot when I started, but
How many hours a day? Or
I started off doing about 2 hours a day. But later on, it's just like riding a bike. Once you know it, you don't forget it. So you don't need to practice so much later.
Right. So you raised £1,000 for Oxfam on the stint up to Edinburgh and around the country. Got any
Yeah,
more?
we did around England and around Japan to raise 1,000.
Oh, right. So got any more charity plans?
Yeah, a friend of mine, we're starting up together a charity group to work with Oxfam. We're hoping to raise money for Oxfam by doing other juggling events or other comical events.
Good. Well, Alan, now's your chance. Boys, give him his clubs. And Alan, take it away.
Okay.
Brilliant. Great. Give him a big round of applause. good. Thanks very much indeed, Alan. Thank you very much indeed. Also, Wayne, Visitor C, and Paul, Visitor A, for coming in and helping with this important aspect of our spies training. But spies, you don't get any points because you didn't work out that it was Alan. So the scores stay at 45 for the sleuths and 50 for the facts finders. And the words starring part go up onto the data matrix screen to be used in the very next mission. There they are. Teams, we'll go to mission 5. Visitors, thank you very much. See you later. Come on, team. Well, I've bad news and I've good news. The bad news is that our agent, our brave agent, he's been kidnapped by the villains while playing James Bond. The good news is that just like James Bond, he's outwitted them and rounded up the gang, and he says, be sure to watch out for his next movie, Spies in Hollywood. So, all that remains now is for us to discover who's going to win the final of this series of I Spy. So, teams, Russell, Cassie, Samantha, Graham. Here is the I Spy data matrix screen. Hidden within these words are other smaller words. You get 10 points for every correct answer. Let's go. Complete the film title, Robo what? Facts finders.
Cop.
Where's it on the screen, Graham? Quick. There it is. 10 points to the fact finders. The rodent superstar is Roland Sleuths. Have you seen it on the screen? Okay. Rat, yes. There it is. Good. 10 points. The place in the studio where the action takes place is... Yes, facts finders? Yep. Good. Right. In the Star Trek films, Mr. Spock has pointed facts finders.
Ears.
Where's it on the screen? I don't know whether you've seen it yet. She's seen it. Okay, I believe you. Right, 10 points. What pop group is a set of twins? No, Bros is the answer. Batman's cloak is called a... Sleuths? It's called a cape, and they got 10 points. Good. And we're out of time. And the facts finders have won. And Sleuth, you haven't quite made it. But no, I give a huge round of applause to the Selwood Sleuths. And you'll get prizes anyway, Sleuths. Bad luck, you two. Great to see you again. Bye-bye then. Bye. Right, Grand Master Spies, Facts Finders, you have won the right to undergo the ultimate challenge. Follow me. Right, Samantha and Graham, your protective suits are on, and your ultimate challenge is to open this safe by finding the 4 numbers for the combination. First, you answer question based on today's mission. Then you choose one of the 8 gunge cubicles. If you get gunged, you come back, you answer another question. If you don't get gunged, you go off on the course. First, you must enter the enemy's fortress by wading through the alligator-infested swamp and blowing your way in through the hidden door. Then you look for your first number. You find it when you disarm and destroy the enemy's ground-to-air missile launcher. Your second number is guarded by the robot, and you only get at it by disabling the robot with the laser bazooka. To get your third number, you must first break into the diamond depository by knocking out its defensive force fields. Lastly, one of your teachers, Mandy McCrohan, will be drained of all intelligence by the mind laser and will be left totally mindless before sliding down into the stone crusher unless you can save her by knocking out the control mechanism to find your 4th number. Your prizes, your very special prizes, are inside this safe, which you can only open when you found all 4 numbers for the combination. You've got 3 minutes to do this in. Your 3 minutes start now. What Tom Hanks film was mentioned in Mission... Big, right, okay. Jump through the door. Right. Set the charge. Get back across the swamp. Wait for it to blow. And it's gone, open. That's it. Now it's the missiles. Disarm the missile, pull it out, come straight out, that's it. And now cut the wires. Cut the wires, that's it. All right, back, it's gonna blow. Okay, we're gonna go forward, get that number. There it is, right, it's a 6, okay. Enter it, it's a 6. Back to your place. What was the title of the film that had Roman soldiers in it?
Gladiator.
Yes, Gunge Cubicle. Samantha, come back to us. We need you now. What is known as the film capital of the world?
Hollywood.
Yes, Gun's Cubicle. Oh, quick, both of you back. Back. Hurry. Which whip-cracking character was mentioned in Mission 3? Yes, Gun's Cubicle. Right, come on. It's the robot. And it's the bazooka. Right. Okay, Samantha, fire. All right, forward you go. Get the number. Open up the... That's it. What is it? It's a 1. Brilliant. It's a 1. Good. One of the films in the film titles in Mission 2 was Dick what?
Twisted.
Yes, Gun's Cubicle. Right. Bazooka again. And you go, whoa. Right. Good. And forward. Unscrew. Where is it? Where's the number? It's a 2. Down there. That's it. Right. The Eyespy secret agent disguised himself as which famous movie character? Yes, into the Gun's Cubicle again. Okay. Right. Mandy McCrohan, she's sliding into her death. She's hardly got any brain left already. Get the wing nuts off. That's it. Wait for him to get his off at 2. That's it. Keep going. Don't pull, keep going. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yes, okay, it's on. Cut the wire. And what is it? It's a 2. It's the last number and it's a 2. Quick. Forget about the wing nut, Brian. You've done it. Well done, Master Spice. There's a CD player, the electronic scoreboard and computer game system. Goodbye to everyone at home. Hope you enjoyed it.